Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So I'll be again teaching you all on the remaining topic. Okay, that is like we were discussing about drowning now. So we will complete. It was almost complete, and I have sent you all the notes also. Please write it down. And there are some important things to remember, okay, in the drowning. Then after teaching you all, that is complete, and I will directly start with the articles. So have you seen the notes that I have sent you all about the treatment? I have sent you all the 3 points, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so so there are some important things that you need to remember. Okay, means like I just want to tell you about the warm water and the cold water. Okay, because when the chances for this survival in the warm water is much lesser, okay, as compared to that in the cold water. So that all those things you need to know. Okay, these are some of the small things you need to remember. You can write it down if you want to write it down. The chances for survival in warm water is much less than in cold water. Write it down. The chances for survival in warm water is much less than in cold water. Finish?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And next point you write down. In freshwater drowning, there are some, just the point, okay? In freshwater drowning, water passes through the lungs into the circulation. Water passes through the lungs into the circulation and may cause delusion of water or dilution of water. And may cause delusion of water, DILUTION, and may cause delusion of water. I mean delusion of blood, full stop. This interferes with oxygen exchange. This interfere with oxygen exchange. That means this will like interfere with oxygen exchange, so someone will find difficulty in breathing. Now when you means in fresh water, now when you are drowning in the fresh water, the water, there is a water will pass through your lungs and then into the circulation, and it will may cause delusion of blood. Okay, what is delusion of blood? DILUTION. What is delusion of blood? Because when the water is entering into your lungs now, and then in fact into the circulation, then it may cause delusion of blood. So what is delusion of blood? Any idea? What is delusion of blood?
Density of blood decreases, ma'am.
Density of blood decreases. Okay, partially correct.
It becomes dilute, ma'am.
Okay, what about others? What about others? When delusion occurs, you have any idea? Delusion, it mainly occurs when the concentration of the liquid is reduced, okay, in our body. So you can just write down, when the concentration of the liquid is reduced in our body, then delusion occurs. Okay, what have you written? When the concentration of liquid is reduced, na? Any kind of liquid when the concentration of liquid is reduced. So in our body, when the concentration of liquid is reduced, then we term it as dilution, okay, dilution. So here, what we find is that when water passes through the lungs into the circulation, then it may cause delusion of blood. So delusion of blood. What is delusion of blood? The blood volume will increase or decrease. Delusion of blood. The blood volume will increase or decrease. I'm asking about the volume. Listen carefully.
Increase, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, increase. Only one person used to respond. What about other? You never used to have idea. Why the blood volume will increase?
Increase.
Why the blood volume will increase, Jiban? Why the blood volume will increase? Any idea, Jiban? Okay, Carly, why will the blood volume increase?
Because water gets mixed in the circulation, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Okay, that means you have idea about this, right? So when you are drowning in the water, then in the fresh water, then these chances, this can cause, okay, dilution of blood. Okay, then when it happens like this, there will be like interference or disturbances in the oxygen or gas exchange. Okay. Okay, afterwards you will find difficulty in breathing. And next you can write the next point. In salt water drowning, in salt water drowning, SALT, in salt water drowning, in salt water drowning, salt from the salt from the aspirated water causes, salt from the aspirated water causes the loss of large amount of fluid, the loss of large amount of fluid from the circulation into the lungs. The loss of large amounts of fluid from the circulation into the lungs. Full stop. This causes water accumulation in the lungs and death. This causes water accumulation in the lungs and death. Did you miss out any point? Because I won't be sending this one. These are just the things to be remembered. So if you miss out, like you can say now. Can you follow me, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Cardi, can you please explain the third point? When you are drowning and the water is salty.
Ma'am, just the one thing. Ma'am, on the first point, the chances of survival in the water is after that, ma'am. Ma'am, on the first point.
In fresh water, wala?
Yes, ma'am.
In fresh water drowning, water passes through the lungs into the circulation.
नहीं मैम उसके ऊपर वाला उसके ऊपर वाला वो पहला वाला first.
The chance for survival in warm water is much less than in cold water. In cold water. Done, Costa? Costa, done?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Carly, can you please explain your friends the third point, and then we will move on to the articles.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please listen carefully, all of you.
When a person drown in the salty water, the salt present in the water that goes into the lungs and into the circulation,
Yes.
that dilutes the blood and causes fluid in the blood to pass into the lungs. this causes accumulation in lungs, means the lungs becomes accumulated with all
Yes,
these
water.
fluids,
Mm.
and
It-
that results in difficulty in breathing and finally causes death.
Very good, very good. So, so if there is a water accumulation in the lungs, in medically we call it as what? The day I taught you what? Something accumulated in our body, we call it as something accumulation of fluid in any parts of the body. The day I said, no, it start with E.
Yes, ma'am.
What was that?
Uh,
It start with
forgot the
E.
term, ma'am.
It start with E. अभी किसी का पैर इतना फूल रहा है, किसी का फेस इतना फूल रहा है, बॉडी इतना फूल रहा है, हाँ, एक्स्ट्रा फ्लूइड एक्युमुलेट हो रहा है शरीर पे.
Edema, ma'am.
Very good,
Edema.
edema. Yes, very good, edema. Okay, so you just understand now what are the things you just need to remember. Are you clear, all of you? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so that was, with that we have ended the topic that is drowning. Okay, so now let us move on to our main topic, that is articles that are required for checking this cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR. So okay, so I was about to send you all the step, okay, but the thing is that I did not complete typing. So I already completed typing. Okay, after showing all the articles, I'll send you all the step. Okay, then you can write it down. Okay. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So preparation of articles. Okay, so that day I have taught you all about the preparations of this one, no? The preparation of the patients. I have taught you all. Yes or no? Yes or no? I have taught now this that day. You all forgot or what?
Yes.
I told you now I will send this note. Today I'll send you all this procedure. I have taught you all now. Before you perform CPR, patient को कैसे prepare करना है. No time is lost. If someone is free, that can explain. Patient को उसका ये सब. I explain. No need to repeat. I have explained now this that day procedure. Yes or
Yes,
no?
ma'am.
Okay, अभी patient को हम prepare कर लिया. Now we are going to perform CPR. So before performing CPR, we have to know the articles now that we need to take. Okay. Next, preparation of the articles. Okay, this preparation of the articles. Let us see what are the equipments. Equipments ka matlab articles. Okay, what are the equipments or materials that are articles that are needed? Okay, for checking the CPR. So number one is endotracheal tubes of various size. So have you ever heard what is endotracheal tubes? Have you ever seen?
No, ma'am.
This tube is flexible. Okay, if you see in reality, okay, it is to be of different size depending on the measurement of the patient. Okay, like they will measure the trachea, they will measure, and based on that they will give the size. There is 7, 7.5, 8, and goes on. Okay, and means the new types might also, like with generation, with time pass by now, the new types might also be available. So but the one that I'm showing you all is the 8.0. okay, so this one. So this is an endotracheal tube. Okay, it is a flexible plastic tube. It is main. This is how it is placed. This is our trachea ना, ये हमारा trachea है. So this particular tube ना, it is placed From where? Obviously trachea to घुसने के लिए तो mouth में घुसाना पड़ेगा ना. It is this particular plastic tube, it is placed through the mouth. Okay, from the mouth it is placed still into the trachea. So trachea is also known as what?
Windpipe.
Is very good. So it will place into the trachea, yeah, into the windpipe. Okay, so we place the flexible tube, that is endotracheal tube, from our mouth till into the trachea. Okay, why we did like this? Why we place this such kind of tube, okay, into the trachea? Why this is necessary? Why?
For better breathing, ma'am.
Yes, very good. For better breathing, and because CPR means what? Especially we are focusing on resuscitation, mainly on the breathing now. So we will use this kind of technique that will help the patients, like helps in breathing. So we will insert this flexible tube, then that will help the patient in breathing. Okay. And then this particular tube, okay, this particular tube, it used to be connected with the ventilator. So whatever ventilator is available, it will connect with them. Okay, through that our oxygen, we will get oxygen. Okay, oxygen used to be delivered into our lungs. तो ये ट्यूब के थ्रू से वेंटिलेटर में कनेक्ट होगा, उसके साथ में जो जो ऑक्सीजन प्रोवाइड होगा ना, that will deliver or that will enter into our lungs, and that will help the patients. Okay, that will help the patients to gain back its normal breathing pattern. So are you clear about these endotracheal tubes? Remember, it is of various size.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so like these particular tubes also, now we used to have demo of this particular tube. So if you want to know and all, like in practical, now we used to like have demonstration on these, the part of all these. Okay, so this particular thing, this we call it as the connector. Okay, so sometimes it used to be a 15 millimeter like this. It will depend on the size, but most probably it used to be 15 millimeter. So this we call this particular this area now we call it as a connector. That's one. So these we call it as the length marking. All these are the length marking. Okay, and this line na, this particular pipe type ka ye jo hai na, we call it as a pilot line. This is a pilot line. This one. This is a pilot line. If this is a pilot line, then this pilot line is attached with this now. So we call it this a pilot balloon. ये जो full रहा है ना, we call it as a pilot balloon. Okay, and this is not a two-way valve. This is a one-way valve. So one-way valve, two-way valve, ये सब ना अलग-अलग होता है. Means like ये do you know the differences between one-way valve, two-way valve? जो cannula देते हैं ना, cannula भी one-way cannula, two-way cannula, three-way cannula ऐसा होता है. So you have an idea how one-way valve looks like? Okay, cannula ka bhi remember. Okay, in some hospital, if that hospital is not like it's not advanced enough na, then you will see the simple one. But in some like hospital na, we used to find one-way valve, two-way valve. Okay, means like एक ही cannula में दो opening होगा, valve होगा. There is only one opening ना, so we call it as one-way valve. अगर दो होता तो two-way, अगर तीन होता तो three-way valve. तो cannula भी ऐसा अलग-अलग size का होता है. So and then this one we call it as this one ना, this particular one we जो ये balloon type का ये जो है ना, we call it as cuff. और ये जो sharp है ना, ये छोटा सा like this sharp वाला part ना, this one we call it as bevel, bevel. We call it as bevel. This one. So these are some of the parts, like when someone like say when you are holding this endotracheal tube in your hand now. So if they ask you like you hold the endotracheal tube, okay, you hold the endotracheal tube and you pass me this pilot balloon, okay, then you just need to, oh, this is the pilot balloon, like that, okay, or else they will tell fix the pilot balloon, okay, then hold the pilot line like this, okay, and pass me the one-way valve, then this is the one-way valve, like that you can use, okay, and hold the endotracheal tube in such a way that the bevel is facing towards you, okay, not the connector. So if someone say you that hold the endotracheal tube where the bevel is facing towards you, then you have to hold this side. It means you have to hold in the middle and this will face your side. And if someone tell you hold the endotracheal tube in such a way that the connector is facing towards you, then you have to face like that. Means during demonstration we used to give like that. Like in anyhow, if people say also like you know the name of the parts now, so like you can means you can define or you can move the endotracheal tube in anyhow if you know the parts. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the picture. Okay, next, this is the first point. Next, Ambu bag. ये life में देखा क्या कभी कभी? Like life means ये practically देखा क्या ये Ambu bag?
Yes,
No, ma'am.
Okay, who said yes? Birwashri, have you seen this?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you see this? Where
Class
did you
10, ma'am.
in class? Where?
In class 10 our practical room.
In your practical room.
Yes, ma'am.
Which practical room you are getting these? First year.
Healthcare, ma'am. Healthcare, ma'am.
Oh,
Healthcare.
healthcare. Oh, okay. So, okay. So anyone know what is the meaning of, oh, Birwashri, yes, you have already seen this Ambu bag, na? Do you know the meaning of Ambu? Because it is written Ambu bag, na? Any idea? If no, also no problem. I'll tell you all.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone? You can write it down. A stands for artificial.
Ma'am,
Yeah, right. A stands for artificial. A stand for artificial. Obviously, it will be artificial क्योंकि ये natural breeding नहीं है ना, ये बाहर से दिया जाता है. तो A is artificial. And M is manual. 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 And B is breeding. U is unit. That means artificial manual breeding unit. In simple, we call it as Ambu bag. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
this is how it look like. Okay, so I don't know, once you are exposed to the hospital, I don't know whether you will get the opportunity to see all these things or not. Like it will depend on the hospital, no? Whether you are means you are provided or not. But when you are exposed to like this, when resuscitation is mainly given to the babies and all, no? The babies and all, at the time what happened is that suppose you are posted to labor ward, okay, in the hospital. So in labor ward, means labor ward का मतलब है जहाँ पे delivery होता है, okay, where the child delivery takes place. So in the labor ward, what happens is that as soon as the child is born, so you have to rub the back of the child, okay, and then the baby should cry. So the baby have to cry, otherwise like there is some abnormalities in the baby, okay. So and if the baby doesn't cry, then then the last process we do is resuscitation with the help of this Ambu bag, because this Ambu bag through this it covers the mouth, it covers the nose, everything na. Though like baby ko usme like we give squeeze to like this, we used to squeeze this self-inflating bag na. You see the how she's holding, this is how she hold. And here she need to press like this, like once she squeeze now, we used to tell squeeze 2 3, and then again like we used to inflate like that, squeeze 2 3, and then again inflate. You have to be very fast, squeeze 2 3, squeeze 2 3, squeeze 2, like that. We used to inflate like that. We used to self-inflate the bag, and then oxygen is passed through it. So this is how it is being used, okay. So let us see the part. So this particular part, okay, this is the face mark. ये जो face mark है, that is put here. This is how it is put. यहाँ पे हमारा mouth और हमारा nose को पूरा cover करता है this face mark, so that no air is passed from the outside, okay. So because okay, then this one is this particular point. This one is the expiratory valve, and this one this is the PEEP valve, okay. pre-valve, and this one here we call it as a pop-off valve. Okay, and this particular bag we call it a self-inflating bag. Okay, self-inflating bag. And यहाँ पे एक थोड़ा सा ये tubing होगा. Okay, this tubing is known as oxygen inlet tubing. उसको connect करने के लिए, fix करने के लिए, every instrument is available. Okay, just know the name, oxygen inlet, and we also call it as tubing. Okay, and this is the reservoir bag, क्योंकि ये जब हम pump करते हैं तो ये फूलता है, so this is the reservoir bag. And this particular यहाँ पे कुछ ऐसा point है that we call it as air inlet one way valve. Okay, and we also call it as oxygen reservoir socket. Here it is also known as O2 means oxygen. Okay, what is the short form of this? What is the short form of or acronym of carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide.
CO2.
Very good. Okay, so we write carbon dioxide CO2 and oxygen as O2. And how we write carbon monoxide? Carbon monoxide. Have you heard carbon monoxide? Carbon monoxide.
Yes.
Have you heard? Yeah, what is the full form?
CO, ma'am.
Yes, very good. CO, carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide. Okay. And this one is the air inlet. Okay, and we also call it as a pressure release valve, क्योंकि यहाँ पे air inlet or if air pressure release valve, क्योंकि यहाँ पे pressure like release होता है, तो we call it as pressure release valve. Okay, and this is the reservoir bag. So whenever you see this kind of instrument, that is the Ambu bag, means try to know each and every part of the name. Okay, like this. Now itself, you learn it. This one. This is easy to use also, like it is easy to carry also, and it is easy to use also. This one. Are you clear about the Ambu bag?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you can simply write na, you can also BVM, means like you can also write BVM. Okay, बस ये जानना BVM, bag valve mass. कभी कभी bag valve mass भी बोलते हैं, तो like Ambu bag या फिर bag valve mass, because some how they use the term is different na, like Caesar we call it as like convulsion. In the same way Ambu bag also called BVM, bag valve mass, और short form लिखना है तो लिख लो BVM. ये जो particular ये जो Ambu bag है ना, it used to deliver positive pressure ventilation. Okay, positive pressure ventilation लिख लेना. It is mainly used to deliver positive pressure ventilation. जिसका breathing में problem है, जिसका insufficient breathing है, okay, जिसका shortness of breath है, to deliver positive pressure. Okay. We positive pressure ventilation, we used to give this, we used to apply this Ambu bag. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next. Suction tube or catheter. Suction tube or catheter. Suction tube or catheter. तो suction तो पता है ना सबको? What is suction? Suction. Whatever secretions that are present in our mouth, or whatever secretion, okay, that are present in our mouth, in our trachea, okay, all those secretion, okay, that are present, that used to be removed with the help of a catheter, which is known as suction catheter. ये two machine के ऊपर ये like fix किया जाता है, and from there like suction is done. Means it used to secrete out all the waste product. Okay, all the secretion that are present, it used to like remove with the help of this catheter. Okay, so पहले like जो यूरिन पास नहीं कर सकते ना, that don't get confused with the suction catheter and with the Foley's catheter. एक Foley's catheter बोल के होता है यार, that catheter is used only when someone find difficulty in urinating ना, तब क्या करता है, तो तब एक catheter लगाया जाता है, that with through that catheter only the person used to urinate, तो वो catheter का नाम है Foley's catheter. So that is different, okay? So this is the suction catheter, जो all the secretion, जो dirty secretion है ना, all those debris and all those used to be suction by this catheter. Are you clear? तो ये भी available होना है, ये in articles. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because कभी-कभी हम कुछ aspirate करते हैं ना, we used to aspirate ना, we used to aspirate. So at that time, और कुछ obstruction वो सब भी ये suction करके remove किया जाता है. Okay. Next is laryngoscope with different size of braid. Okay, laryngoscope. कभी सुना laryngoscope? Laryngoscope.
No, no, ma'am.
Okay, this laryngoscope. Have you heard laryngoscopy? Laryngoscopy.
No, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. Write down this laryngoscope. Means larynx बोल के larynx तो सबको पता है ना. What is larynx? What is larynx?
Voice box.
Very good. Larynx is our voice box na. So examination of the larynx, ये सबको like this laryngoscopy. Laryngoscopy you should know. What is the meaning of laryngoscopy? You have written down laryngoscope?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this laryngoscope na, when you see in real life na, it used to be of different size. अलग-अलग सा size होता है, okay? कभी कुछ बड़ा होगा, छोटा होगा, ऐसा medium होगा, अलग-अलग सा size होता है, okay? Depending on the types of the patient it is. So Birwashri, have you seen this?
No, ma'am.
It is not in your lab.
No, ma'am.
It was not
Yes,
available
ma'am.
in your lab.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, this anyone have any idea how it is being used, this laryngoscope? नाम सुन के है क्योंकि voice box है ना larynx तो any idea?
It helps in speaking, ma'am.
It helps in speaking. Okay, ये जो उसका जो image देख के कैसा इस्तेमाल करता है, दिमाग में क्या आया?
Fixed in the neck, ma'am.
Fixing the next. Oh, okay. Partially correct. Means laryngoscopy, कुछ भी copy ऐसा बोलने से ना क्या होता है, like it is जब हमारा vocal cords में या फिर हमारा throat में कुछ problem होने से they used to do some treatment, okay? They used to perform some procedure that is known as laryngoscopy. But laryngoscope का मतलब है ये एक instrument है, okay? एक instrument है that is being applied to check the vocal cords or to check the cords. और ये जब in ET tube, do you know what is ET tube? Do you know what is ET tube? ET tube, in short we used to call ET tube. मैंने सबसे पहले explain किया था endotracheal intubations. मैंने first में जो दिखाया था ना, we call it as ET tube. In hospital we used to call ET tube, okay? No one will mention in the full. You can write down ET tube. ET, endotracheal tube. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes.
actually, like I will complete the articles, okay, because the time is running, only 2 minutes left, but you rejoin again, okay? We will complete the articles today itself. Okay, is it okay? Because it's only 2 minutes, I don't want to continue. Just join
Okay,
again
ma'am.
after 5 minutes, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, okay, we'll complete this.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, okay. For now, like you can leave